Paul Grasso has been living out of his van for the last year in San Diego.
It's a lifestyle for some. Some choose it, but I'm just traveling and I got kind of stuck in this for a little bit. I can't afford rent.
Grasso sleeps in the Ocean Beach area and says he cannot afford renting a place on his disability income.
You're living on $1,000 a month and you can't even rent a one bedroom for $1,000 a month. So what are you to do?
He says living out of a van is not easy.
You're trying to get by on everything and trying to cook in your vehicle and not go out to eat every time, trying to stay healthy, which is very difficult.
After San Diego passed an ordinance barring people from sleeping in their vehicles overnight and anytime near homes or schools, Grasso says some residents have been putting notices on his car.
This means that the entire Dog Beach parking lot is no longer parking areas at all times if you are living in your vehicle. So I'm not allowed in Dog Beach anymore because I live in my vehicle.
You can't camp in non-camping areas. Just like you don't want somebody living in your driveway. For health, safety, all kinds of reasons.
Denny Knox is executive director of Ocean Beach Main Street, which represents more than 500 businesses in OB.
We're a generous community, we're kind of laid back, and I feel maybe we've been taken advantage of.
If you go to Ocean Beach, you'll see many people living out of their vehicles. Knox is supportive of the new law and hopes it will drive campers out of town.
It brought a really rough element to town, which we didn't appreciate. We're just not a campground.
When the city council approved the law, it was done with the idea that the city would provide lots for people to park and sleep overnight. The lots are run by Jewish Family Service and have case managers working to get people into housing.
You can target those services for those spots. It makes perfect sense because when everybody's spread out all over the place, how do you get services to all these people? It's unmanageable, which we've seen.
But not everyone wants to leave their vehicles.
It's comfortable, it's not a real extravagant, but we got, like I said, we have solar.
Some people like John Salerno are just looking for a place to park and sleep in their home on wheels.
It's a 1999, it's 35 feet.
Salerno lives out of his RV by choice.
I just retired, I'm 65, and we elected, instead of paying rent, to try to save some money. I had a house, I sold the house, I needed the equity money, because I'm not getting as much as I thought I was going to get in my Social Security.
Normally, parking his 35-footer isn't a problem. Salerno says he pays to sleep at an RV park, but can't stay there all the time.
I do have a membership, but we stay 3 weeks out of the month, but 1 week out of the month, we have to move because of the rules pertaining to that membership.
That means 1 week out of every month, Salerno has to find other places to park and sleep.
I try to stay out of the people's way. I don't like to hinder anybody's view of their ocean or wherever they think they were parking out and hindering their views or whatever. So we try to stay out of residential neighborhoods so we don't bother them. So that's why I'm in a secluded place here.
He feels the new law is not fair.
They've isolated us and they've picked us out. I think it's kind of discriminatory.
Salerno thinks if people are following other laws, they should be able to park and sleep on public streets.
You got it registered, you're not being a hindrance, you're not being a nuisance. Okay, you have a right and a privilege you've earned.
Grasso in Ocean Beach agrees.
There are people who trying their best just to get by. And it makes it much more difficult when you have to worry about someone clamping down on you or taking what little you have left.
The San Diego Police Department says they have not started ticketing people under the new law, but will soon. Jewish Family Service is set to open its safe parking lot in Mission Valley within the next few weeks. It will be able to accommodate both cars and RVs. Matt Hoffman, KPBS News.